for so long. Hey to the people, how y'all doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. We're gonna do the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City situation. And and then of course we'll have the late night live review of Real Housewives of Orange County until Orange County is off the air. So y'all pray for me as I embark on this journey. But in the meantime, while I'm doing so, make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and come on in. How y'all doing? Hey to the people, divas. What's the tea, divas? Hey, everybody over there on X, YouTube, Twitter, everything, Facebook, Twitch, all the platforms, all the platforms. All right, we'll get into the review. I haven't reviewed the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City since season one. Over on what was that? Over on Clubhouse with the Women in Reality TV group, if you know me from there. So I am a Salt Lake City watcher. I gotta be honest with you. I did not watch season three out of protest for Mary, because I did not like the whole Jenny Wynn of it all. And you guys over on the lean, if you were with me down over there on the lean, you know how I felt about that whole Jenny Wynn situation. So I did not watch season three out of protest. But season four, of course, it got me back into it. And now season five, since I have my own channel, I'm gonna have to review the girls. And so you'll see people pop up with me as you normally do throughout. But for now, we're gonna kick it solo to the people. Okay, let's see who in the room, and then we're gonna get into the review. Hey, love, love, love. Hey, Tasha. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, the people are here in the room. All right, let's get right on into it. Oh Lord, Jesus, child, I should have did something. Let me do this, cause oh, we diva, I'm not gonna be able to read this if I don't. Oh my God, what was I thinking? In the words of Kelly Rowland. While I'm getting this together, what did y'all think about the premiere? Did it give what it was supposed to have gave? Are you missing Monica? Like, where are you guys with it all? Let me know. All right, y'all, we good to go. Sorry about that. I could not read that, Charlie. Y'all know I can't see. So I had to get that fixed, Diva. All right. All right, so we start off with a dramatic montage on the show narrated by Heather Gay. And let's just get into this whole Heather Gay situation. I'm gonna get it out of the way. I don't really fuck with Heather Gay. And so for those of you who are new to this channel, I cuss a lot. I say it how it is. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I don't fuck with Heather Gay. The reason why I don't fuck with Heather Gay is because there's an air and a level of desperation to be something that she never got a chance to be, which was that girl growing up. Okay. And so I liked Heather when I thought that she was genuine and fun and all of those things that I thought that she was back in season one. But honestly, I haven't really seen it for Heather for like at least the last three seasons. So what is it, season five? I'm just being, I haven't seen it with her for her since like season one. So yeah, that's just the truth. I've never really seen it for Heather. And it's because, like I said, I feel like, and I'm gonna just get the Monica of it all out of the way now. I feel like Heather Gay blocking Monica and putting her foot down about Monica was not so much about her standing on principles. And because I'll be honest with you, I told a lot of people that, I actually agreed to why they probably would not want to work with Monica because she is, an outsider who did use social media to infiltrate a group. And, it is a little weird. I feel like it's a little weird. But that is not the reason why she does not want to work with her. She doesn't want to work with her because, as we've seen them do with girls who have been in the spotlight before that was not them, she wants them out because it's not her. So all of the talk last season was about reality Von Tees, about Monica leading up to reality Von Tees, right? It wasn't. We didn't know about reality Von Tees, or the public at large didn't really know about reality Von Tees. It was Monica this week, Monica that week, Monica and her mom, Monica versus Lisa, Monica and Meredith with the Angie K thing. It was always something about Monica, right? And I really think that that did not sit well with Heather Gay. And the reason why I feel like that is because when this show came out, Heather Gay was not the star. I'll be honest and say nobody even, like, I know when we reviewed it, we didn't really think much about Lisa Barlow until she showed up with those over 10 hands down to the reunion. Meredith, we didn't think much about her. Maybe a little Whitney, maybe a little Heather Gay, but it was all Mary Cosby and Jen Shaw. It was their show. I don't think that set well with, I won't speak for Meredith and Whitney, but I really don't think it sat well with Heather and Lisa, because Lisa was an afterthought at her own birthday party that first season. I didn't even know it was her birthday until the reunion. You know what I mean? Like, happy birthday to me. Nobody cared. It was Jen Shaw throwing a birthday party for Meredith on the same day as Lisa, and nobody cared. Like, that's how much of an afterthought Lisa was that first season until the reunion when she fought for her life, against bad weather, spinning the shore. You know what I mean? And I feel like Heather wasn't necessarily on board with the whole Mary Cosby thing. You have to remember, Mary Cosby was a friend of the show, but she ended up being the lightning rod that got the show the press. And then, of course, Jen Shaw took it from their season two. But, you know, Jen Shaw, Mary Cosby, those were the girls. They really were. And now Monica comes in, and Monica comes in and takes that center spotlight after Jen Shaw leaves. I'm sure Heather thought it would be her. I'm sure Lisa thought it would be her. And it wasn't. It was Monica. And we got to be honest about it. Right? So to me, it felt less like I don't want to work with her because it's weird, it's creepy, she lame. Like, this is seem too much. And more like, I don't want her to continue to have the spotlight and to continue to be the center focus of this show. That's what it felt like for me. I'm just being honest. I am just being honest. We're on the same page about RHONJ, RHOC, and RHOSLC. I found my place. Yes, love, love, love. Find your place. Tasha. Mary gave comedy. Mary gave comedy. Mary, I'm gonna be honest with you. Salt Lake City Housewives made the Shade Room. And that's not to say that the Shade Room is end all be all of social media, but, you know, I'll just be honest with you, they're not necessarily a black centered cast, right? And so it's very rare that Housewives shows that are not Atlanta and not Potomac make press on places like the Shade Room. And when Whitney had that sit down dinner and found out that Mary had married her grandpa or her step grandpa, whatever he was, that made social media everywhere, including the Shade Room, including all of the black bloggers. You know what I mean? So that is what put it on the that show on the radar on other networks and other maps. So, hey, how you doing, Ace? Hey Chase, hey Chase, how you doing? Make sure you guys like and subscribe. All right, so that's the whole reason why I don't like Heather Gay, and to boil it down to the fact, I don't like Heather Gay because she's a hater. So there you have that. All right. So for me, Heather Gay is never going to be the center snowflake. She's never going to be that girl. I don't care how much weight she lose. I don't care how much weight she gain. The inside is not right because she comes from a place of hateration and toleration in the dancery. Word to Mary J. Blige. Okay. All right. So that was a sickening intro, but I just hated that it was narrated by Heather because Bravo has a a penchant for making girls be the center of a show that we don't want to be the center of the show. There's only one time I could really feel like and say they got it right, and that was with Nene Leakes. Teresa is the center of Real Housewives in New Jersey, but I don't feel like the network necessarily wants her to be that. It's the tree huggers that's not going for anything less. And then when you look on that show and you say, who could be the anchor in the center of the show and go out and garner the press and garner the views and do this and do that and do this and do that? Nobody on that cast can do it other than Teresa. Kyle has kind of been that. Do I feel like Kyle should be that? Probably not. And I feel like they have been slowly inching Garcelle into that role. When we look over at Potomac, Potomac is the biggest example of them force feeding us a star that we don't want, and that's Giselle Bryant. Nobody really likes Giselle. The majority of the Potomac fan base does not like Giselle. You have those outliers that do like Giselle, but a lot of the times the reason why those outliers like Giselle is because they like to be red herrings and like Giselle because we don't. Not because they find her redeemable, not because they find her an interesting personality, not because she has star quality and a penchant to be able to take care of the show and bring the girls together. It's because we don't like her and y'all like the troll. That's why y'all like Giselle. Let's just keep it real. But when you look at who it could be, Mary, she is a star, but she can't, she can't. Uh, uh, Jen Shaw was way too volatile. So then Heather was fun. She was cute. She was quirky. She was funny. And so it worked initially, but now it doesn't work for me because those things and everything centered around Heather Gay feel disingenuous. All right. So the whole episode is set to Lisa Barlow's Bezos party. And she says that the last time that the group was together was the worst time in the whole entire history of the group. Not the black eye, not Jenny Wynn being racist and throwing a glass at Mary Cosby at the season 2 finale, encouraged by all the girls, not Jen Shaw pouring a glass of water or pouring that drink all over Angie K. Like, I could think of a lot of things that have been worse than the whole reality Von Teese fake outrage of it all. Like, I personally, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, I would not like to work with somebody who was so sneaky and instrumental in causing me harm via social media. And when I say harm, it's like I have people who watch these shows and they come for us and the broadcast team all the time and they say things that are not nice and are not pertaining to the show. I'm the type of person, would I like to work with them? No. But am I going to be scared of them? Hell no. I'm not going to be scared of them. And they come on over here and get this ass whooping if they want one. You see what I'm saying? But I can understand how a person would not like to work with someone who was running an alternate account, and even though they said that they did not directly bash me, they were a part of an account that was responsible in bashing me, right? So for me, even though Monica was saying things like, um, I didn't write that about you. I didn't say that about you. That was Tanisha. That was this person. How do I know? You was associated with the whole group, so I don't want nothing to do with you. That is real life. That is facts. However, there is real life and there is a television show that has now become a hit. Hallelujah. And we have a hit show. Do you think they was gonna get rid of Kenya Morris after season 5? Hell no. We don't like her, but bring her ass back to this table and we're gonna sit there and cuss her out. Do you think they like Nene after season 1? Hell no. Bring her back to this table and we either gonna laugh and get along with her or we're gonna cuss her ass out. Like, people with a business mind who know what time it is and know what makes for a great show and do not get in the way. I'm sure they wanted not to film with Kenya or Phaedra or Nene or Kim Zolciak until it became too much. But it wasn't coming from a place of hate. It was coming from a place of, this person gets on my nerve, but I know she's an integral part of the show. And so for me, for you to remove the integral part of what made the show a success, that's hating. And so for all of the bad that she caused, she brought a whole lot of good. And that was the worst part of the group to you. Not you being called a hot mic, talking about your best friend and dogging her out. No, not that. Not you guys being on a bus that just gets raided by the police and the FBI. That's not the worst moment. You mean to tell me that the girl running a troll account is the worst moment in your group's history? Bullshit. I'm not buying it. Um, mm-mm-mm. Lisa is inviting Whitney, even though Whitney said that Lisa is the new villain of the show on a podcast. Angie K and Mary arrived together, and Mary says that Angie gained her trust and doesn't know how it happened, but they're besties. Angie K says Mary is soft on the inside, and she is honored that Mary shows her that side that she very rarely shows to anyone else in her life. Mary says that Angie K really cares about Mary, and this is why they are friends. First of all, in regards to the podcast and the new villain, Lisa Barlow has always been a villain, so I don't know what the new villain is about, because she's always been a villain. But Whitney, so have you. I'm gonna get in your ass a little bit. Now, when it comes to the Mary and Angie K of it all, I do think that this is a genuine friendship, but I could also see how that would probably be a point of contention for Meredith, because Meredith has really stood by Mary, has really championed Mary. When Mary was on the show and off the show, she stood by Mary. And so you mean to tell me you locked in and become really close with a girl who you know I don't see it for? And can we just be honest? Does anybody really want to see Meredith and Mary fight? Because I don't. And the snippets that we've been seeing released ever since the trailer has been announced, and throughout this episode of them getting into knockdown, drag out fights on more than one occasion, it's so heartbreaking for me because I love Mary and Meredith together. But I got a question: was the friendship genuine? Was Meredith championing Mary because she really saw what was going on with Mary, didn't feel like a lot of the things that went down with Mary was right, or was she doing it to piss the group off because the group had pissed off? Catch. Catch. Dr. C, who did you catch that? Tasha, did you catch that? Love, 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 did you catch that? Ace, did you catch that? Sierra Content, did you catch that? What's Sierra Content talking about? And they tried to make Kenya and Candy the anchors, and that flopped for pinball points. Lord Jesus. I'm trying to figure out what Whitney does any differently than anyone else on the cast. Maybe I'm in my. No, you're not. You're not. I've never liked Whitney, so there you have that. I really don't know who I like. I just gotta be honest with you. I stopped reviewing the show because I just really didn't like any of the girls, and the way that they all cheered on Jenny Wynn and threw that when she threw that glass at Mary, I was so disgusted. I was so done. Like, if y'all can go find videos of me going, I was going off. I could not believe it. So I'm here because I got my own channel, child. And we're gonna push through this season because it is a really good show, but I don't really like many of them, and so we're gonna see how that works out. Heather arrives, and Mary says that Heather looks pretty and thin. Heather says she's gone from being inbred to pretty and thin, and so maybe Mary Cosby likes her. She really, really likes her, and let's just cut the crap, okay? It's gonna pain me to have to get in Mary Cosby ass as bad as I'm gonna have to get in her ass this season, because that is such an insult. But the problem I have with Mary Cosby is I really do not think that she's situationally aware. And when she says these things, she thinks they're compliments, but they are not. You're so pretty and thin. Why can't I just be pretty? Yes, I lost weight, but I don't need you calling attention to it, Mary Cosby. Thank you very much. Now, Heather said that she's gone from inbred to pretty and thin. I think that three things can be true. You can be pretty, thin, and inbred. I don't think Mary's going to walk that one back, Diva. Uh, she's not going to walk that back. She stood 10 toes down on the last season. Do she look inbred? I think the people feel like she looking inbred. I don't know. I definitely don't want to see them. I don't either, TKC. It really hurt my heart. I don't like to see it. I'm sorry. I hate it. Y'all, I hate to watch them fight. All right. New housewife Bronwyn arrives in the iconic $15,000 Saint Laurent heart jacket. Um, Bronwyn says that she's big into fashion. She's a fashion girl. She's a fashionista, and she showed up to lunch in some panties and a bubble coat. So I mean, listen, I'm a fashion girl. I love fashions. I may not show up with them on all the time down to the show, but that's because I'm literally like trying to put on a sock, trying to brush my teeth, trying to pour a cocktail, and get here on time, which y'all know I have a kind of time challenge. So, but one of these days I'm gonna give you girls some fashion, honey, down to the No Chaser TV. I'm gonna let you girls have it, okay? Because one thing about this diva, she's beat, beat, beat. Catch. Um, but yeah, she showed up to the luncheon in some panties and a bubble coat and was like, "This fashion? No, you're in Utah. You are cold. It's weird. It's not weird. It's just not fashion. Because while it is fashion, mm, mm, it can be fashion anywhere else but a luncheon in Utah. I'm a girl who loves to wear fashion. Listen, Marlo said, I love fashion, but I would not like to show up in no panties and no bubble coat. And I would hope that you would not want to do that either with me down to the people luncheon restaurant while I'm trying to get a panini. I mean, put some clothes on. Bronwyn is married to an older man. He's 65 and she's 38. I am in my 30s and I'm thinking like, am I missing out on the older guy boat? Because then I could just show up to the Popeyes in a bubble coat and some panties. Some people will call a 38 hole on me, or what they call it, a, a 58 hole, or whatever it's called. Some people call it crazy people on me if I came down to the Popeyes in a bubble coat and some panties, talking about, like, this is fashion. Sir, you hungry, you need to put on some clothes, and you cannot come back in this Popeyes without with some drawers on. You can't do it. You got to put some clothes on. Bronwyn, we got to come to the thing fashionably, uh, fashionable for what it calls for. How about that? Okay, I don't know. Hey, Fatty Bot. Whitney is the Ashley Darby of the cast. She's been getting away with it. Yes, yes, that's a perfect explanation. Whitney has been getting on my nerves for years. I have a nickname for her, but I don't really want to say it. Well, I can say it because I'm not monetized yet. Shit me. That's what I call it. Shit me. Because she always stirring up shit. Shit me. Mary Cosby is not self aware. She will say what she wants to say and understand she is just not situationally aware. Mm-mm-mm. And that's what holds her back from being an icon. She's iconic, but like I couldn't pretty and thin, like that was so late and tired, and she don't even know. All right. Whitney's arriving with the new girl who didn't really make the cut, but they got to go ahead and put her in everything because she in everything and allegedly didn't give nothing. That's the tease I got. And she is surprised to get an invite as the last time they were all in New York. There were has been since the last time they were all in New York. There's been a lot that has gone down in the group, and Whitney feels like there's a lot of distance between herself and the group. Especially Lisa. Well, that's because you went on a people podcast talking shit about that lady, and you just need to own that. You did it. Heather knows newbie Brittany, who has been dating Jared Osmond of the famous Osmond family. I think. Wait, that's is. I think. I don't think that's Osmond. I think I love you. So what am I so worth? I don't think that's the Osmonds. What's the Osmonds? Because I think I love you. That's the Partridge family, right? I don't know, but I did used to watch Donnie and Marie growing up. Okay, hey, I know who the Osmonds are. I might not know the song right now, but child. Hey, Tasha C. But everybody in the room tonight. Hey, how y'all been doing? All right. Anyway, Heather says that Bronwyn, is it Bronwyn? No, Brittany is a messed up woman, just like she is. And Brittany proves that to be true as she wedges herself in between Mary Cosby and Bronwyn and says that she likes Bronwyn's costume. Bronwyn says, boo boo, this is a $15,000 Saint Laurent jacket. And I want to say, Bronwyn, yeah, you got the pieces, but are you wearing the pieces or are the pieces wearing you if the people call them costumes? Catch. Don't let it wear you, diva. You got to wear it. Catch that dirt. Mary gets offended and says, "Baby, that is not a costume. That is fashion. You must not know what the hell going on around here because me and this girl are fashion girls and we like to wear our fashions." Okay. Mary says that I love fashion so much. Um, I have a whole office dedicated to my platform heels. Like, One thing about it, she love a platform here, baby. She won't. Mary gonna put that platform on, honey, and get on down to the party, okay? Bronwyn says, okay, I understand that. And uh, Mary says, because that I grew up with five people and there was not a lot. So, I just love to collect fashion and just have that. Bronwyn says, well, I can understand how you growing up poor makes you a hoarder. Now, Mary Cosby says that she did not grow up poor, but she did marry her step grandfather in order to keep the fortune within the family, which it's been years. I still don't really understand that whole thing. I'm not going to go down a whole rabbit hole about why she would need to marry someone to keep the fortune in the family if the wife had some. It's, I'm not going to do it. However, is it fair to call Mary a hoarder? We've seen her house. So I'm going to ask the people. Everybody in the group chat, is Mary a hoarder? Y'all let me know. When you see in the house, is she a hoarder? Ooh wee. Brittany says that she grew up poor, and she grew up so poor with her five siblings that she hid bread rolls in her purse. Um, Mary says that it's not okay to stick bread rolls in your purse, no matter how poor you are. And Brittany says if you grew up poor, you would understand. Mary says, "What's that you say? I'm coming over there to you because she talking about poor too much, and baby, I get too much money from my members to ever be poor. I meant to say, I just ain't going to the poor house. So you can do what you want to do and be poor, but I can't do it with you." Now Meredith has had her third breast lift, or breast reduction, excuse me. That was wow, her third breast reduction. But why she not talking about them big ass lips? Because is she having breast reductions or is she having lip injections? I don't understand. Those lips looked huge. Was that just me who thought like, what in the Kardashian lip kit is going on here? I don't like it. I don't like them lips. Mary still isn't. Oh, excuse me. Meredith still isn't over Bermuda, and she knows that everyone had bigger fish to fry with the whole reality Von T situation. But she felt like her situations on the Bermuda trip were swept under the rug because up until the reality Von T's reveal, they were ragtagging Meredith's ass about something new every episode. Meredith feels that Whitney most especially has personally attacked her by launching a line of bath bombs, knowing that Meredith is the queen of all things bath. Oh, now Dr. C, who I didn't peep that. Brittany makes it seem like black people cannot be born with a silver spoon. Let me tell you something. Don't get me started. I'm gonna keep an eye on her now that you done said that because I don't play that. I don't play that. All right. Meredith confronts Whitney on her bath bombs, and Meredith says that she announced her bath bombs in New York, and that then after that, Whitney came out with a line of bath bombs, and is she trying to hurt her, her family, and her business by continuously stealing her business ideas and making them as her own, such as the jewelry line. Especially when Meredith knows, excuse me, especially when Whitney knows that Meredith is the queen of all things bath related. Whitney says, I didn't know that because you've carried my stuff in your store and you know I have bath bombs. And Meredith was like, well, baby, I didn't carry them bath bombs in my store, so I don't know nothing about you on no bath, on no bomb, okay? And so Whitney was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't expect for you to be doing bath when, it's in a jewelry store. And my thing is, if you didn't expect her to be doing bath lines and bath bombs and stuff like that because she has a jewelry store, and you put your line in a jewelry store and told her you had bath bombs and she should know that, then why would you put your bath line in a jewelry store? Like that made fucking sense in the first place. And that's why I don't like Whitney. Huh? Do that make it just didn't make sense? Maybe I missed it. because she said, I didn't know that you had a bath bomb line because I put my stuff in your jewelry store. But I've always had a line of bath bombs. You just didn't carry it. Girl, get on, please, Whitney. Get on, Whitney. There go Whitney lying again. mm. Meredith says that we won't be friends. And Whitney says, well, I venture to guess if we were ever friends, if it's so easy to throw the friendship away. And then Meredith says that she is upset that she gets the blame for reality Von Tease. And that is when Angie K walks up and says, Meredith, I'd like to speak with you because Heather told me that you want an apology from me. Clock that T. I love Meredith, and Whitney has always tried to make an issue with her. I mean, we've seen this play out on on other shows in friend groups. Can you be friends with someone who continuously does the same thing that you do after you? Are they purposely coming for you, or do they think that's something that is naturally in business? We saw the candle line with uh, Wendy and the Grand Dame, Karen Huger. We saw the Donkey versus Stallion Booty DVDs. Can you be friends with someone after they make a business venture out of something that you've already either announced or have been doing? Now, I'll tell you this. Um, if you have announced something and I've already had it in the works, I mean, I've already had it in the works. Steve, you just beat me to the announcement. I'll be honest with you, I never saw myself. I always wanted to have my own channel, but I just never saw that in the cards for me because I felt like it took a lot of dedication that I just did not have and a lot of, savvy that I don't have. And so because I work for other networks, platforms, does that mean that I don't deserve my own because you had yours first? I don't know if I feel like that was so much the personal attack against Meredith. I think that Whitney has personally attacked Meredith on other things, but the business aspect of it, while it is fishy, you know what? It's Whitney we talking about. So then I can't put myself in those shoes because I know it wouldn't be malicious on my end, but it's Whitney and she's nasty. So I don't know, y'all. Hell. Um, Anywho, Angie K comes out and Angie K breaks out the scroll. She says, let me tell you everything that you have done to me to piss me off and what I want an apology for. And Angie K says that she wants an apology for Meredith suggesting that she was involved in organized crime, excusing something, uh, encouraging someone to sue her and then take her house, threatening rumors about her and her family and her business. Uh, throwing shade at her on Twitter, and the list went on and on and on. The group is so gagged. I was gagged. I thought it was a serve. I thought it was, you know, put it in the Housewives Hall of Fame. It's gonna be in the low 100, but it's a Housewives worthy moment. She had the scroll. She had a list of things that she had a problem with. But that girl, before you get to be addressing me, I'm gonna address you. And everybody was wondering where does Angie K find so much time to go ahead and do this allegedly, running behind her allegedly gay husband. We don't know if he gay or not. Well, I know the man say he ain't gay, he ain't gay. So how about that? Who put that rumor out? Shit, it was Meredith, wasn't it? Meredith, you may owe that lady an apology. I don't know. Who we? Yikes. But she wants a list of the things that she wants an apology. She has a list of the things she wants an apology for first. Angie K says that Meredith told someone to sue her and take her house, and Meredith denies that ever happening. But they show a flashback to New York where she says that, of course, she said it absolutely because it's a liability, referring to Angie K and that whole situation. So, you know, I hate calling Meredith out, but Meredith, you got caught a lot of hope. Meredith says she is finished and she walks off. Angie K says she thought Meredith could laugh it off, but her sense of humor is down the drain, just like her dirty bathtub. What I said, oh, Now, did Mary teach Angie K how to read so they were becoming besties? Ooh, that's the read, Diva. And Angie K has been going back and forth with Lisa Barlow and Meredith on Twitter. And Angie's been eating them up. I'm sorry. When Angie K learned how to read, I'm so proud of Angie K for learning how to read. I really am. Okay, thank you. Monica put the game around. She sure did. Monica was the one who did that. Monica, you can't be surprised these girls don't want to work with you, Monica. You cannot be surprised. These girls don't want nothing to do with you. You got it honest. All right, they began talking about Angie K's scroll at the dinner. Um, this is after. Let me see if this is the dinner part. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, yes, this is after the dinner. I'm sorry, I skipped a little scene. So Lisa then corrals the group together and says, "Hey, you know what? Listen, um, I love all of these girls. All of these girls have been there for me throughout my hard times and good times, ups and downs to varying degrees. I love them all, just not the ones that talk about me on podcasts. Let's go eat." I would have left there, girl. I'm not gonna eat nothing up out of here because you talk about me. And you didn't have to publicly embarrass me like that, although I guess I publicly embarrassed you like that. So a dig for a dig, I don't know. But I'm not gonna sit around and be dug at. The only thing I'm gonna dig at is this beef Wellington on this plate. Okay? Anyway, she says that they need to work some things out and going to have dinner. They then go inside for dinner, and Mary notices that she's sitting next to Brittany, and Mary screams to Angie, switch the cars, switch the cars." And then Brittany comes in and she's like, "Screw it, it's too late. I got to sit next to her." And then Mary was like, "Listen, I'm going to sit next to her, but I don't want her putting no bread in my purse. Okay? Because I know that's what she did. And how could she even put bread in her purse anyway? Because she was too young. She didn't have a purse. So it's got to be recent. So therefore, I don't want her filling up her pocketbook with bread. And I don't want her filling up my pocketbook with bread." And Mary was dead ass serious. Ooh-wee. They then begin talking about Angie K's scroll, and Meredith says that she has already apologized to Angie K for these things and she is disengaging. They both say that they're done with one another, and Meredith says that she's going to live her life. Angie says, "Yes, go ahead and live your life in your rental." And I said, "Oh, because these ladies care about whose house is rented and whose house is bought, lot, and paid for. They care about that in the SLC. So read. I'm gonna have to give the read award to Angie K this episode because Angie K was reading. Um, the group wants Angie to move on, and Bronwyn sticks her nose in some business that does not belong to her, but that's what she should do as a new housewife. And says, "Listen, we're gonna draw the line. We're gonna move forward." If I was Angie, I would say, "You can draw whatever line you want to draw, because how you gonna move forward for some stuff you weren't here for?" So sit over there, eat your beef Wellington, and listen to it. All right. However, Angie K agrees to draw the line, and Angie K says, "Okay, the line is drawn." But she went after my family. She did not apologize to me. She told people to sue and take my house. Okay, we're gonna move forward, but she said it, and she didn't apologize for it. And she's turning her head, and she's not paying attention to me. Okay, Angie, now you was winning, but now you're starting to get on my damn nerves. Let it go. Let the mouse go. Ooh. Lisa does another toast, and Whitney cuts right to the chase and says, "Listen, about that toast you did outside, were you talking about me? Because you mentioned a podcast." Um, and Lisa says, "Yeah, you were talking about me on a podcast, so I was talking about you." And Whitney says, "Listen, Lisa, you are self absorbed if you heard that it was about her, if you heard it was about you." Now, Lisa is self absorbed, but you did talk about her on a podcast, Whitney. What do we do? Whitney, you said it. You said that she's a new villain. So no matter how long you dedicate it to her, When the topic of Lisa Barlow came up, whether you brought it up or you were asked, the comment that you gave was that she's the new villain. So if somebody does not like that you went on a podcast and you talk shit about them, calling them the villain, I would think that they're well within their rights to say that you talk shit about them. You did. Whitney stands 10 toes down on calling Lisa the new villain, but she does state that it is very narcissistic for someone to call her a liar, which is what Lisa has done so repeatedly at this point, calling her a liar about her opinion and her feelings. She's not lying about her feelings. Um, again, Lisa says, Whitney says, well, what are you mad about? What are you mad about that I have not apologized about? And she says, oh, Lisa says, well, I don't know. You can lead with an apology instead of lying about me on a podcast and my character. Whitney then said, listen, okay, you have to stop calling me a liar. I'm not here for it. And she feels as if she isn't kissing every part of Lisa Barlow's booty hole, that she's not being a good friend to Lisa. A lot of things can be true. You're a liar, and I do feel like Lisa likes people who kiss her butt. Anytime you speak up against Lisa, whether you're in friend mode or not, Lisa does not like it. She does have a problem with it. So, sorry. You can't really tell Lisa she's been wrong. Just my experience from watching the show. Every time I've seen someone tell Lisa she was wrong, whether they were right, whether they were friends or not friends, Lisa has not taken that kind. So, yeah. Um, Whitney says that she was told this week that Lisa continues to bring up Whitney and bring up this situation, and Lisa wants to know who told her. And then she says, Heather, who told her? And she said, who told her? Now, that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. If I tell you somebody told me something and your focus is not on what they told me, but on who told you, but on not on, excuse me, if your focus is on what they told, let me get it right. If your focus is not on what they told me, but your focus is on who told me, I have a problem with that. Because the issue is not who told me. You can work that on the back end about whether y'all got trust or not. The issue is they told me that you were saying this shit. And so I don't want to hear no questions about who told you. I want to hear a discussion about what they said that you said. I do not like that. That is the quickest way to get me upset in a situation. I do not like that. Yeah, Mary definitely been giving Angie K reading lessons. I'm sorry. Um, so we get the flashback, and it was Angie K who told Lisa, excuse me, who told Whitney everything that Lisa said. And Whitney says that she isn't talking until Lisa Barlow listens to her. Heather says that, well, I'm not the one who told her. Of course not, because you don't have a backbone, because that is supposed to be your cousin. And so you're right. I mean, I know they have a sordid history. Me and my cousin, listen, we have ups and downs. We have ups and downs. I really try to be neutral. And I think for the most part, I am neutral. But don't talk shit about my cousin to me. And there are a lot that happened on both ends, a lot. They really did. Um, so Angie K felt like she was in the middle, and she had to tell her. I'm not sure how Angie K felt like she was in the middle, but Angie K says that she's in the middle of this, and so she told her what Lisa said. She says that no one, excuse me, Lisa at this point goes off on Angie K, and that's something I've never liked. Lisa talked to Angie K like trash. Lisa was getting up. She was like getting up and going off on Angie K and doing what she did to Angie K last season during the Monica fight. Like she talks to Angie K like Angie K is beneath her, and it doesn't sit well with me. Lisa was irate. She gets up and Angie's like, "Don't stand up with me." Like Angie K is Lisa's about to fight Angie K because Angie K told Whitney what Lisa said. Huh? I get that you can be upset at your friend for betraying your trust, but damn, you want to fight the lady? Lisa was so upset, she ended up throwing a glass as they continued to have the conversation as to whether or not Whitney is a liar. And then Lisa says, "You lied on multiple people at this table. Like, you're a liar." Whitney says, "Don't you ever lie on my character. I'm a good person. I'm a stand-up human being. I have never told a lie." And that elicits a huge burst of laughter from Whitney's inbred cousin, Heather Gay, who laughs hysterically. And Whitney's like, "Wait, what's going on? Why are you laughing?" And everybody knows that that girl has told lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. Lisa, you told lies on Lisa about the Utah Jazz tickets. You said that Mary ran a cult. You said that she said something about Meredith. I forgot what she said about Meredith. She said something. Oh, that was so nasty. That Meredith lied about her father's memorial. That was gross. She said that Heather lied in her book, and as people are running down lies that Whitney has told, Whitney is saying that she did not lie. And I'm like, you're lying in the moment. And here's what, right? This is when you producing television comes to bite you in the ass, because you may very well not be a liar in real life, but you have been consistently, Whitney, the one who has done the absolute most pushing any narrative forward, whether it was true or it was false. The girl fucked somebody for Utah Jazz tickets, and that was something you want to bring up on camera, whether it was true or false. Like, you see what I'm saying? You've been so thirsty and desperate to bring up story for camera that a lot of the times these are lies, and now you do have a consistent pattern over the last 5 seasons about lying about something. You may very well not be a liar, and you're doing it for the sake of the show, but now for the sake of the show, you're the show's liar. You see? What a tangled web we weave when we try to go out there and lie, scheme, and deceive, honey. Whitney, you're a liar. The verdict's in. You be lying. And so, if you want people to stop thinking that you're a liar, you have to stop lying. And now it's the boy called Wolf because Cried Wolf. Because now when you're saying things, nobody ever takes anything that you say with anything other than a grain of salt. Because you have a history of lying. You may have sprinkled some truth in there, but you done sprinkled a lot of lies in there too. So I don't know what I'm getting at. This bag of chips is a true chip, a lie chip. Whether it is, it don't taste the same because everybody's eating your ass up. Catch. Ow. Baby, they tore Whitney ass up. Didn't they, y'all? Ooh, gee. Divas. Hey, Art World. You know I'm a clock it, love, love, love. Whitney, you be lying. Whitney. And you lied so much over the course of this show, it finally caught you in the ass. Now, if I was Whitney, I would have been fighting like hell for Reality Von Teese to be at that table. Because if Reality Von Teese was at that table, it wouldn't have gotten that serious because the heat would have been on Reality Von Teese and Heather, right? And Lisa Barlow to an extent, right? Or to whatever the ladies have with Reality Von Teese and those teas, it would have been a continuation of that. And maybe Whitney wouldn't have gotten so toe up like she did. But I feel like she got Reality Von Teese ass whooping that was waiting on her, but the girls was scared and didn't do it. And B, a long deserved ass. She has deserved that red tag for a very long time. And Angie K, even though Angie K learned how to read over the summer from Mary Cosby, it was not going to be anything that Angie K could do to save Whitney ass from that, because Whitney ass do be lying. Sorry, it is what it is. How are we gonna just sit here and act like that girl don't lie? She lies. The girl slept with somebody for Utah Jazz tickets. You said the other girl lied about her father's memorial. You said a girl ran a cult. You filmed with that girl with the church member. I forgot his name, who ended up passing away. You went that far. Whitney has done some low down, dirty, deep, and dangerous things, all for the sake of the name of the show and the storyline. And it's caught up with her. You know, people be telling, like, I feel like Kim Zolciak is a person who lies and don't even believe the lies she be telling. She just lying. And it is what it is. And I just do what I got to do for the show. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And this is just not, this may or may not be who I am in real life. You know what I mean? But then be surprised when people call them out about all the lies. Well, what do you mean I was lying? I didn't lie. I didn't say, you said it, and now you lying about lying. You're a liar. And this is why I don't like Whitney. I'm so glad they called her out on it. Now, do I feel like the rest of them lied too? Absolutely. But I mean, everybody has their time under the sun, and Whitney, they ate your ass up. Whitney gets so upset that she gets up. Well, before she gets up, Lisa says that Whitney is using her personal journey to judge the ladies. Okay. Lisa says that she isn't in a personal journey. She just wants to live. And Whitney says, well, maybe you should be. Lisa says, wow, I can't believe that you're using that to dig at me. And then Whitney says, you literally just used my personal journey to dig at me not too long ago, talking about, what did she say to her? Keep healing with, oh, nasty work. Nasty work. But see, now that's deep and dangerous, Lisa, because you will sit there and just be like, oh my God, I can't believe you hit me. Oh my God. And don't tell nobody you hit the lady first. It is literally impossible for me to have a favorite on this show. Hopefully, one of these new girls do it because each one of these ladies is so far entrenched in the mess that nobody is clean enough for me to be like, I love you the most. Because they're all messy. Everybody on the show is messy. And because everybody on the show is messy and dirty, it gives everyone even playing. And you just, go watch them cut each other's throats. I mean, I don't know. You just watch them go for blood. Anywho, um, Whitney is about to get up, and Lisa tells her that she can leave her event. And Whitney says that she will not be called a liar, right? And this is after Whitney says, well, I'm going to speak on behalf of Hill Whitney. Fuck you. And I feel like that FU was a long time coming. They have tried to be friends, but Whitney and Lisa Barlow are two girls that probably just should never be friends. They are not each other's girls. Like they would never be friends outside of this situation. And so this season, because there's no reality Vontae's to fall back on and coast and make that the story, everybody's going to pull their weight again. And these girls do not like each other at this point. So let's just start walking in who doesn't like each other and be authentic to that. So Whitney tells Lisa Barlow, fuck you. And I felt like that came from her gut. And Lisa Barlow said, well, you can get out of my event since it's fuck me. And then on the way out the door, Whitney says, listen, I am not going to let anybody call me a liar. You're a liar. And besmirch my character and my journey. I've worked too damn hard. I've gone too damn far because all my life I've had to fight. I've had to fight Justin, ex-wife, when I was trying to take him from her. I've had to fight on the Salt Lake City Housewives because I've be lying. And I've been having a fight to prove that I was telling the truth, even though we all know it was a lie. And I won't have anybody besmirch my name. Come on, new girl, who ain't gonna really get no camera time because everybody said you was boring, but you was in all the scenes. So now we got to give you a photo shoot, but you won't be back next season. You might not get invited to the reunion. Come on, girl, let's go. As Whitney is leaving, Lisa Barlow says, "Oh yeah, you could take Angie K ass with you on the way out the door." I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. She's so nasty to Angie. She's so nasty to Angie, and I really want Angie to stand up for herself and let Lisa Barlow ass have it. Because ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way. I would have been done with Lisa Barlow when she talked to me like that last season at that event. But ain't no way. You done got up and tried to fight me. You done threw glass. You yelling at me because you mad because I did something that we all supposed to do and go back and run and tell people what you said as a part of the show. And you mad at me because, girl, who you talking to? No. That's how I know Angie not a part of the Greek mafia because she was supposed to call them Greek mafians on Lisa Barlow ass and get her together. Mm. We got over 70 people in the room. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Chase. This is No Chaser TV. We are going to be back here later on tonight for the Real Housewives of Orange County after show. Me and Sammy will be here tonight running that. I'm going to go ahead and just see if anybody has anything they want to talk about. I would love to know, though, from you guys, whether you call in, please call in, or the group chat. Do you feel like, hey, Sean, did you guys feel like you missed uh, Monica? Or do you feel like the season will go on well without her? I feel like the season will go on great without her. But she is going to be brought up a lot, or not even a lot, enough. Because we haven't heard the last about Reality Von Tees. We haven't heard the last about Monica this season on Salt Lake City. So with that being said, bring her back next season because it's unfinished business. I know that people do not feel like Candy and Phaedra should have filmed together based off of what happened. And I can understand that, just like I understand why these girls do not want to work with Monica. But there is a big elephant in the room, and I would like to see this one be resolved. I dropped the phone. I want to. Hey, all right, hey Mel, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I didn't know you were here. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm here. I'm watching the recap and enjoying it.
I appreciate it. What'd you think of it? Do you think we need Monica, or did you think it did good?
Well, you know what? I think that I think that you made me laugh with your opinions. Even the
Oh,
idea of a Greek mafia. I'm thinking, what are they going to try to do to Lisa? Force feed her some gyros? Like, are they going to take away her Wendy's and her Domino's and force feed her Greek food? Um, Yeah, you know what? I miss Monica. I do. I feel like that last season was awkward at the beginning, but then when it just got good, it went off the tracks. It just was going to the reunion, and to come back to this, it felt like the women were nervous. To me, and I like what you said, but my take on it was that the women were nervous. That they tones and the way they talked to each other, even though some of the stuff that they had was legitimate, it just seemed too exaggerated, too big. It just seemed like even a scroll to me, it wasn't my favorite thing because I felt like, they had a conversation about what Meredith was feeling, and then Angie came with that scroll, to that thing, whatever. It didn't do anything for me. It really didn't. I just felt like the women were just trying too hard. They were trying too hard. But I will say that, oddly enough, Mary and Meredith actually made me laugh during the episode, which was not the big moments. It just was these moments that made me laugh. So, of course, Mary talking about the woman having no fashion and her clothes looked like, I guess, the clippings of a dog hair or something.
oh yeah, she did say.
That that was very funny. But then at was one point at the table where Meredith was disengaging. She said she was disengaging from, what was that woman named Angie? She was
And Kate.
disengaging from her. Well, when Angie was in the hot seat, and she was fumbling around and who said what and what time it was. And then she said, "Well, how much? What did I say? And how did I say it?" And then Meredith just, came back to the conversation. Oh, she said it. So she came in real quick when Andrew was in the hot seat. So that made me laugh. I was like, oh, wait a minute, you're supposed to be disengaged. And why are you enjoying when Miss Angie is in the hot seat and she's fumbling on her words about her timeline? And you really, you caught that real quick. So yeah, so that those moments just kind of got me by surprise, whatever. So that was it. But I was gonna say, yeah, but I just say the ladies, I don't know. The cast is good. The chemistry is good. The Donnie Marie uh, woman adjacent person, I don't know who she is. She definitely was. She was not needed in this episode. She was forgettable. I don't think she can bring anything. I don't know why she was there, but the cast themselves have good chemistry. I think they do. I just wish that they would just sort of quiet it down a little bit, let things sort of breathe, and let the storylines develop like in a natural way, not these like so exaggerated, so big. It's like that was just too much for me. I found it too produced.
Well, that's what happens when you have pressure to follow up with the most important element that I feel like was missing from the show. I won't bring up. Some people feel like she wasn't missing. I feel like she was, but
Well, it's hard to. It's almost like when you watch a really good movie and then the actors come back and they feel insecure about making a part two, and they're like, what can we really match it? And I think that again, the chemistry is really one of the best on Bravo. I have to say, it's not my favorite thing, but when I watch it, the way they talk to each other and just the rhythm of it is there. I just think they need to just sort of dial it down a little bit, and it'll be good. But obviously, the trailer shows that there's going to be some legitimate moments. I think the one I
chaos,
What's it again?
chaos.
Yeah, so the one that really I'm looking forward to in an odd, cringy way was when I think Lisa had some back and forth with Whitney's husband, which I guess is not the norm in these shows, but she called Whitney a liar to Whitney's husband in the trailer. So
She
I said,
is.
well, yes, she is. So so they break down is real. This episode just seemed too exaggerated for me, but it was good. It was good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, Mel.
All right.
All right, you guys. Thank you for rocking with us here. Again, we will be back later on tonight at around 10:15 for the Real Housewives of Orange County. We'll see you then. And yeah, pray for me on Thursdays. Thank you to everyone who viewed. Who is? Oh, what's going on? I can't wait to watch it. Thank you for everyone who tuned in on X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you, Mel, NYC Reviews, for calling in. Thank you, Sierra Content, TKC, Fetty Rat. Am I saying it right? You know, I can see Fetty Rat, Sean, uh, Lord Jesus, Love, 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 Art World, everybody, Dr. C Who, everybody who called in, Tasha, Tasha C, it's two different Tashas. Everybody who tuned in, I appreciate you, and we will see you later on tonight. Bye, y'all.